Well, Christoph, how can you explain that customers and partners are more and more approaching Sage when we know that some other well-known solutions are available? You don't agree with that?
Yes, I heard that. Asha, we are natively a mid-market player, and so we have built our values on that to make sure that we were able to better serve our customers. These values are basically three. It's customer value, it's simplicity, and it's pragmatism. From a customer perspective, what fuels the perception of value of such a solution is the balance you have between the number of processes that you can automate through the implementation of an ERP and the cost of doing it, the cost of using it, implementing it, and running it. And this is where I think we can bring a lot of value to our customers. It's what we do best, the right balance between the breadth and depth of functionalities and avoiding complexity, so unnecessary costs that will not bring anything to our customers, just to focus them on what makes sense for them.
All right, so clearly, what are you announcing today?
Today we are announcing many things, but I will pick three that are important in this perspective.
Big one.
The first one is the availability of Sage Enterprise Web Top. It's a very innovative project that we have built with our partner NetVibes, and this is really changing the way our customers are able to use their ERP. This is really opening different ways to access to our system. It's a dashboard intelligence. It's also collaboration and social networking possibility that we are offering, and a wide range of access through the web that is really bringing a lot of things to our customers. The second things we are announcing is the availability of the version of Standard Edition in V6 with 130 pre-built out-of-the-box processes that are really making the value for our customers. And the third thing we are announcing today is to deliver against our strategy to deliver verticals. And we announced the first available vertical for Sage ERP X3 with the services. So we have project and job costing module available within Sage ERP X3, and this will definitely make a huge difference for our services industry customers.
So you're talking about major enhancements about your flagship global ERP solution, right?
Yes,
all those are major.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So, Christoph, we've heard your colleagues showing their enthusiasm about Sage ERP X3, the great potential it represents to the different respective zones. Sage is a decentralized company offering a lot of proximity for Sage 6.3 million customers around the world. That's amazing. But what about your global organization reach? Could you share with us the progress you've made since the launch of V6 early last year?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So first of all, I share the same enthusiasm as my colleagues. And it's true that Sage is a decentralized operation company. And this, it's bringing a lot of value to our customers. The real life happens locally. Our customers are multidimensional. They are local. They are often multi-local, and sometimes they are global. And what we are doing is to bring the best of the two worlds. So I will not elaborate more on the local nature of our business, but perhaps pick three examples of what we've been doing over the past year to be better on the global side. The first thing I would like to announce today is that since I talked about the attractiveness of Sage ERP X3 for our reseller, but also for system integrators, but also for independent software vendors, we are very, very happy to announce today a global program to recruit new partners through the web, through sageerpx3.com. And this will be a fantastic way to attract new partners with the same level of quality standards that I talked about earlier on.
New partners to join your network.
Absolutely. But full kind of different partners that will definitely bring something to us and to our customers. I think it's important. The second thing that are making us more global is that we are announcing today the global certification program for consultant, both technical and functional. And this is ensure our customers that any place in the world they use a certified consultant, they will get the right level of quality and knowledge to really drive value out of the product. And I talked a lot about the value that is built in our product.
Right. And what about support?
Excuse me?
What about support?
Yes, the last thing, of course, is when you have your system running, you need to have a good support. And we are announcing today 24/5 support. Very pragmatically, we have more and more international customers operating in different geographies, and they need that. So we have put that in place pretty easily, and now it's available to all our customers.
Well, Christoph, just a few words to conclude. So what would you like to tell to your customers today?
I think that what I would tell to our customers is that we are doing a lot of things to be more local, more global, but at the end of the day, we are not losing sight of what is important to them. And what's important to them is to have local people working with them day in, day out, and making sure that we take into account their investment into their systems, and they can count on us to take the maximum value from us.
Well, Christoph, thank you, Laurie. Thank you very much to both of you for sharing your views with us. I think that both of you will join Rolf Charlton for the Q&A session later on. Sure. Well, right now we have another customer experience video about a company named Satellite. So let's watch it first, and then I will be back in a minute with Emmanuel Obadia.
You jump forward 6 years when we bought a German and a UK competitor. And by that time, we had implemented a number of companies on X3. Sage ERP X3 is housed centrally in the US on our servers and then deployed globally via Citrix. So our European office can access it. I can access it on the road via iPad, via any internet connection.
I've been with Satellite for 20 years, and I'm in charge of the sales and marketing for Latin America, Australia, New Zealand. Often customers need to act quickly to buy this type of equipment because they have commitments, deadlines. Sage ERP X3 allows us to get them their quotes and information very quickly.
As far as the web store, it gives our customers another option, whereas before they had to contact somebody. We had these set hours and they had to work within those. Now with this web store, it's so much easier for them.
So it interfaces with the customer in their language. So not only are they getting a quote in German, the part names are in German, the forms are in German, and then they can pay in their local currency. Where I am and where the user is has become irrelevant. Globally, it's being deployed from a central location, and it's very stable, very accessible, and really meets our needs in today's world.
Hi, Emmanuel, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great.
Thank you for joining us today. Well, Emmanuel Obadia, you're Senior Vice President at Sage ERP X3. This is perfect. You know why?
Why?
Because I have lots of questions for you.
There you go.
Well, Emmanuel, we've heard Guy, Laurie, Christoph about the business in general, the company's strategies and ambitions. Now, let's talk about the ERP solution. Why this new version?
New version because we had a number of things to introduce in the market to pursue the strategy around ERP modernization that I'll explain a little bit later, and also to really get closer to this third generation ERP we looking at.
So we understand that too much information, new technologies. How do we deal with all these tools?
Actually, a number of things, you know, none of technology trends are really at work, and CIOs have a difficult job today, and companies as well. So I'm going to mention some of those. Number one is cloud computing. You know, get your software applications straight from the web.
We hear a lot about that.
A lot about that. You also have mobility that is becoming paramount. You know that by 2014, more users will get to the internet through mobile devices than rather than from the desktop. Then you have a lot of data, as you mentioned. Did you know that since dawn of civilization up to 2003, mankind produced the same amount of information as we did produce in the last 2 days?
Wow.
So you know what we're dealing with. It's a lot of information, big data, a lot of analytics, and when you add to this the video form factor, which is becoming paramount, you've got a lot to deal with. And then the social network phenomena. Where you can engage in collaboration with customers, with partners, with your entire ecosystem. So that's becoming big on the agenda as well. Green IT, You know, eco-responsibility is becoming very important.
Yeah, we can't forget that.
Can't forget that. And, you know, flexibility and the technology can bring to CIOs is literally to bring fabrics of application on the fly between hardware and software solutions. So private clouds is the name of that.
So if I understand, it's not just a simple version upgrade. We're talking about big technological innovation here. A real shift from second to third generation of ERP with Sage ERP X3. Tell us a little more about it.
So we're pretty much into this, but let me recap a little bit. ERP has been invented really to lower transaction costs in companies and to allow a lot of users to get access to the ERP. So there's first generation of those ERP did a pretty good job at it. I mean, all ERP vendors did a good job to automate most of the transactional business processes. But now the third generation kicking in because people are more concentrated on exceptions, going after opportunities, and they tend to do that with different things, Web 2.0 tools, some other applications. So we felt that we could, again, lower transaction costs and have more users to leverage the ERP power. This is what the third generation ERP is about. Very user-centric. Reinvent ERP from the user out.
So, Emmanuel, what you're trying to say is that most existing ERP solutions have become irrelevant today?
I would not get there. You know, that's for the customers to decide. But honestly, we're on that route.
All right. So we clearly need to modernize ERP and make it become more user-centric. This is what you said.
Exactly.
So how do you plan to do that?
Well, actually, you know, we think companies should look at their system with this 3 layers view, and I'm going to a little bit elaborate on this one. At the core of the system, there is what we call systems of records. So that would be your core transactional solution to deal with things everyone has to deal with. Accounting, payroll, you know, like invoicing, things like that. No big differentiation on this one. Typically, Sage ERP X3. Right?
Right.
Then on top of that, you have systems of differentiation. How do you bring in applications that take care of the unique business processes you conduct in your business to attract and retain customers, right? So you would develop on top of the ERP in the environment like Sage X3, or you would bring some third-party application. But now, to enjoy the new world and to go after that growth that is really hanging there, you need systems of innovation to be connected to those systems of differentiation and records, which translates into very much community management, portals, dashboards like NetVibes, Twitter, video online, and so forth. Like Gap did in the US, you know, leveraging the Foursquare application to get more traffic in their shops, and that works. It works. The traffic surge, actually, in their shop, physically. So bringing system of innovations connected to the ERP is a big challenge. So we are to facilitate that to our customers.
So it's all about connecting services to boost your customers' business,
Very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
So, Manu, today you're introducing this new version. What are the main things that you wish to share with us?
I want to share 4 things with you today.
Only 4?
Well, 4, you know, given the time, you know, I would like to share many things. But,